Hello students, this lecture is going to be in continuation of our earlier lecture. As we have studied the purposes of the meetings, we have seen the good purposes may be served for the advantages of this meetings. See, group communication is an essential part for the communication process in the business organization. We have seen today's day so many business houses are competing and it's a cutthroat competition. The trade union activities or the employees fast-paced advancement in the information technology have made the administration a very complex by nature. Business organization want to create ethos and democratic spirit. It becomes compulsory for the organization to keep his executive staff well informed. And so, when a company wants to effect a kind of a change, the officers hold the meetings of various departments. And like this, these meetings prove very useful. So, in view of all our purposes and the intention behind conducting meetings, we need to think about what are the advantages that the business organization can use this group communication in a multiple and very efficient way. So, for this purpose, we need to go through the advantages of the meetings. Meetings meeting encourages the sharing, exchange of their knowledge, application of their knowledge, exchange of knowledge, information, analysis, data, or such a kind of a practical experience. And these ideas create a kind of a atmosphere that this is kind of a one informality. Members are made to feel free and put forward their point of view. Meetings thus help to pool the knowledge resource. When so many well-informed, knowledgeable persons comes together and share their ideas, it's a kind of a uh, it's a kind of work that gets generated, and that is what it is going to be very useful for the business organization. So it's an exchange of ideas. This is one of the advantages of the meetings. Useful learning activities is one of the advantage because it makes how the meetings are conducted. The new members get the first hand experience of the meetings. What is the process? What is the way these meetings are to be uh, conducted? So this is one of the way which we can discuss. Facilitate decisions. It's a free exchange of views helps the persons to share the decisions. It's a decision making process. Decision taken may be implemented, may affect, which may not be present, but it helps us. Shareholders, decision makers regarding percentage of dividends and bonus. So, how all these things are to be conducted. So, to take the appropriate and well discussed and well informed decision, such a decision is very useful. Then we have training to the participants. Meetings offer a good training to the participants. The participants become familiar with the rules and procedures and realize the importance of group communication. When situations arise, participants are called upon to chair the meetings. They conduct the meeting in accordance with the rules and procedure they have adhered to as earlier as participants. See, this is one of the advantage that we can see here. Then next its disadvantages, as we have seen, because meetings helps us. Meeting, the success of the meeting is totally depend on the proper setting of an agenda. Well in advance, the due formal procedure needs to be adopted for the meetings, and that is what we need to think about. The proper agenda is to be prepared well in advance. The notice should be issued to the members in advance. Competence of the persons in chair of the conducting the proceedings of the meeting. The absence of these situations and meetings prove a sheer waste of time and money. We have seen the things that are very much necessary. We had to think about the proper agenda and proper discussion. So, if these things are not working very efficiently, the discussion and time consumed will be a sheer waste of time and money. If the proper decisions are not arrived at, no proper discussion has held, it's a kind of a compromised decision, and that helps in wasting the money. So, this is what we have seen. Number of participants, this is also one of the disadvantage or drawback. Effective communication demands on the proper interaction among the members of the group. Such an interaction is possible when wholeheartedly or without any prejudices they are participating. If the number of the participants are not very large, we have seen minimum members, and this we see are part of this one. Minimum members will definitely pertain to the things. If every participant is given a chance to be present his point of view, the participants is going to be limited. We have seen the number of participants are oh, very much influential in this. See, incompetent chairman, this is very important part. If the chairman is not driving the meeting or the proceedings in the proper direction, it's going to be a sheer waste of time. If no proper discussion or some members hijack the meeting or discussion, it's a waste of time and money. So the chairman needs to be very competent enough to understand the hidden agenda among the participants. There may be certain issues, there may be no proper direction for the relevant discussion. All these drawbacks will result if the chairman is not skilled one. So, to be a skilled chairman and to be have a good quality decisions, definitely we need to think about this. No proper direction for relevant discussion. If the chairman allows the participants to discuss the matter in an ordinately long time, the chairman will feel to give the proper direction, and he must stick to the agenda. If not sticking to the agenda, it goes another way. So this is one of the drawback that we see. Then clicks among the participants. There may be some clicks that result in the discussion that we see. Preparation and conduct of a meeting. This is also one of the thing. A meeting is a face-to-face and verbal communication among a group of people who come together at a particular place and at a particular time. The purpose of their coming together is to arrive such a decision. The purpose can be fulfilled only when the meeting is pre-planned carefully and is conducted in accordance with the set of rules and procedure. The pre-planning stage for a meeting requires certain work at various levels, and this preparation and conduct of a meeting, this is the first stage, as we can see, will help in proper coordination of the meeting. So, what is the success of the meeting depends on if the action is pre-planned. If pre-planned action, we have the successful meeting. So, pre-planning for a meeting requires drafting of a notice of the meeting, drafting of the agenda, physical arrangement relating to adequate seats, stationery and refreshment, etc. The successful conduct and procedure of the meeting requires the competent chairman, a quorum, motions, methods of voting, passing resolutions, drafting minutes. All these points needs to be considered for the successful conduct of meeting. Formal meetings like annual general meeting of a limited company or board of directors, monthly meetings, and even informal meetings like the managers' meetings with his subordinates have to be properly convened. Notice in advance has to be sent to all members as the company's act demands are expected to attend. Notice may be oral, as in the manager's meeting with his subordinates, or written as the board of directors monthly meetings or public advertisement, as in the case of annual general meeting of the company. It is the duty of the secretary of a group of draft of notice to be sent to the chairman well in advance in about 21 days to the members. The notice must mention the agenda of the meeting. It must inform the members to attend the meeting about the matters that will be taken up for discussion. The members should therefore come prepared with their individual opinions about the matters to be discussed at the meeting. Once the notice with the agenda is appended and is sent to by the secretary to the members, secretary must take into account all the requirements to make the meeting a success. So like this, we have to think about these so-called preparations, proper seating arrangement, microphone arrangements, proper stationery to the members should be provided so that it will end in the proper way. The conduct will be in the proper way. There should be some arrangement for the snacks and drinks. Some tea, coffee, cold drinks, snacks could be served. Proper hygiene, proper drinking water should be made available to the participating members. The proceedings of the meeting are to be conducted by the chairman, and much depends on the competence of the chairman. We are going to see the qualities of the good chairman later on. The chairman must be tactful, he must be impartial, he must be patient, he must conform to the agenda and see that no participant speaks in unparliamentary language. The chairman has the powers to adjourn the proceedings if he finds it difficult to get the discussion to proceed smoothly. The chairman can adjourn the meeting for some time and ask the participants to reassemble. He may adjourn the meeting sine die. So, the duty is to determine whether participants are attending the meeting, are in the right quorum or not. He can initiate the discussion. The items of discussion can be stated in the agenda. If he allowed the motion should be seconded, no matter what is the debate, formal debate. It is proposed in the form of motion. The chairman then invites the participants to express their views on the motion. The chairman has to see to it that the participants debate relevantly. There should be no untoward discussion or digression of the subject matter. The purpose of the point of the order is to draw the attention to unseemly behavior of the speaker. But when the motion is discussed and debated, there is no unanimity. The chairman puts the motion to vote. Voting can be by voice, the chairman asking the members to respond to the ayes. The volume of the voices speaks helps the chairman to determine whether the motion is carried through or is failed. The voting can also be carried out by members by raising their hands. So, the decision arrived at by the majority is finally adopted in this court resolution. The proceedings of the meetings from the beginning to the end are recorded by the secretary or the person put in charge for the purpose. The record of the proceedings of a meeting along with the motions discussed and resolutions adopted are passed the minutes. The minutes carry the signature of the chairman, and once chairman signs, the minutes cannot be altered. And in this way, this procedure and the chairman and the things how it works in the meeting, actual conduct of the meeting that we have seen. Now, what are the other requirements that are notice, agenda, resolution, motion, or minutes writing? All these points also needs to be discussed in our lecture. So we will go through this topic in our next video lecture. Okay, thank you.